The story starts with our main protagonist named Cuckoo. One day he wakes up and finds himself in a new world. He looks in the mirror and realizes that he even looks different. He soon discovers that he has reincarnated himself as a weak goblin. Fantasy Frontier was a popular RPG game around the world that Cuckoo used to play as crazy. Now he remembers the last time he fell asleep while playing it and got reincarnated into this world. Still, there was a deep regret in his mind that out of all the fantastic characters in the game, he got reincarnated as a weak goblin that looked much like a human. The system sank its memory with the character's memory. He finds out that in this world, he has a blind sister who comes to greet him. Cuckoo acts perfectly normal on their way to their employer. She tells him some delicious food for lunch. While taking every step, Cuckoo observes and remembers the places from the game. Suddenly, Lily trips on a rock, but Cuckoo saves her from falling. He tells her that he will always protect her like this, but realizes right away that he can't do that. In his current state, they reach the demon continent evil merchant's mansion, and they depart to do their work. Cuckoo is in charge of cleaning up the estate. Master's order while pulling his cart full of dark ores, which an elite kid with his friends harassed him. His friends appreciated Butch for passing the entrance exam of the magician school. They scorned Cuckoo. Still, he didn't react as he couldn't. Then while eating his lunch, he wondered how his knowledge about the game could come in handy. As per the mansion's map it was currently the 125th year of the Demon Continent calendar. Then suddenly a circular beam of light flashes and a lot of holy knights come out of it. Everyone there starts to panic and run away. Cuckoo wonders how in the world the humans' army had reached there so early. The army then began to destroy everything. Cuckoo rushes to find Lily. He finds her and tries to remove her from all the chaos, but the army catches them. Before they can get away, Cuckoo tells Lily to run away as fast as she can. With just one strike of their leader, Cuckoo gets hurt very badly. He pities himself for dying like this, even after getting reincarnated in his darkness. He hears a voice from the one who reincarnated him. She decides to help him one more time, and she gives Cuckoo her powers Cuckoo to obtain all forms of dark magic. And within no time, his status rises higher than anyone else. Then, the voice tells him that he will gradually unlock all his powers, but he must wake up to finish all his enemies before Cuckoo can serve as her anything. He wakes up and finds the leader about to kill Lily. In an icy voice, Cuckoo tells him to stop the army from attacking him, but with a move called the Dark Boost, he finishes all of them at once. Their leader is stunned. Before he could realize, Cuckoo is coming behind him and asks him what he is doing with Lily. As soon as the leader tries to react, Cuckoo slashes his neck. The local people have no idea who saves them from the knights. They were all discussing who it might be. Meanwhile, Cuckoo's level and range were increasing. He realized that by fighting like this, he could unlock more powers. On the other hand, Butch was trying to take the credit for defeating the Holy Knights in front of his father, who was also Cuckoo's employer. Cuckoo hears this and knows that he is after money and fame, so he tells him that he wants to listen to his great tales. Butch is surprised to see that is now Cuckoo tells him that knows what the truth is and challenges him to a fight, which accepts the challenge and launches a blue flame attack toward him. But the next moment, Cuckoo's aura completely entangles him. Butch first thinks that is just trying to act cool, but he soon starts trembling with fear when Cuckoo's dragon aura completely chokes him after scaring him a little. Butch speaks the truth that he was hiding in a warehouse when the attack occurred, and as soon as he admits it, Cuckoo's aura disappears. It was a hallucination. The other kids started asking him if he was the one to defeat the Holy Army, and Cuckoo told them that he did not decide to become the savior of this new world using his dark powers. Lily and Cuckoo were sitting somewhere and wondering about everything that had happened, and then Cuckoo asks Lily to come close for a minute. He puts a hand on her head and uses Dark Cure, a high level of abnormal healing magic. Then, when Lily opens her eyes now, she can see everything. She is pleased and confused. Cuckoo tells her that something has happened, and that now he can use dark magic. Lily is still not convinced. It was hard for Cuckoo to explain as they were mere goblins. Earlier powers like this were never their thing. Cuckoo tells her that he is glad that she can now see, and that nothing else matters. Lily gets emotional and hugs him tightly. His rank again increases, and a small goblin fairy comes out of the projection and lands on Cuckoo's hand. Cuckoo and Lily is shocked to see this. She tells them that she has been asked to escort them to the hidden village of goblins she calls Cuckoo, the most significant unmatched mutation. Cuckoo and wonders if such a venue exists. He knows this frontier of fantasy. Cuckoo knows this is an open world game where anything can. But he is shocked to hear about such a place for the first time, as he has a lot of knowledge about this world. Finally, after a long journey, they reach the hidden village of goblins in the Demon Continent. Cuckoo was again wondering how he never noticed such a place while playing the game. The Goblin Fairy explains that the village is always covered by concealment magic that people usually can't see. Then she started to guide them to the village chief's house. As they walked on the street, the locals looked at them curiously. Some little goblin girls came near Lily to ask her to join them in play. Cuckoo told her to keep playing with the children while he was with the village chief. Lily gladly agreed. She was having a lot of fun since she gained sight. Then he goes to the house of the village chief. He is an old goblin. He tells the Cuckoo he is pleased that other descendants survived beside them. He also tells him that their goddess had once made a prophecy that a young man led by a fairy would come to this village one day and they would entrust their hidden treasure to him. Cuckoo wonders if the voice he heard is of this goddess. Then the village chief tells Cuckoo to wait for a while and leaves. The Goblin Fairy explains to him that all the villagers are very kind. However, due to the lack of food and resources in a place like this, their condition is severe and all the other tribes always shun and ostracize them. The human army thinks of them as nothing but stains on their swords. Everyone has been oppressing them so much that the village's demise is just around the corner in the game. Goblins were the weakest monsters, but now Cuckoo himself was a goblin. He couldn't fathom all of this. Then the old goblin returned and gave Cuckoo a map. Cuckoo took a look and was shocked. The old goblin tells him that their tribe is in a fragile condition and is on the brink of extinction. So he entrusts the village's fate to him and walks away. Some kids were peeking at him from the window. When Cuckoo noticed them, they ran near him and requested him to save them. They also believed in their god's prophecy. More kids came in and begged him to help them. Without saying much, he leaves, sitting with Lily in the woods. He deeply ponders how goblins can become extinct even after having unusually high reproductive capabilities. He doubts the goblins are hiding something from them. Then the Goblin Fairy asks Cuckoo why they are in the woods. Cuckoo gets up and tells her that he wants to see how well he can use his current abilities. He sees in the projection that he can unlock more dark magic skills by completing the quests. He was overwhelmed to see his stats, so he decided to check his physical strength. He punched a huge rock, and the rock not only got scattered, but also exploded. As a magic skill also gets activated, he realizes he can use a wide variety of magics. There is a specific place in the hidden village marked on the Elder Scroll. They went there. It was the place where the ancestral heroes of the Goblin tribe were laid to rest. He had to invoke the essential dark magic spell he had learned. He summons a whole army of different kinds of goblins like the Hobgoblin, the God Dragon, the Goblin Girl, and the Goblin General, the Goblin Fairy, who were very excited to see all this throughout thousands of years of history. Even the weakest and lowliest of goblins had rarely given birth to a goblin with a mutation that has powers and unique abilities of the strongest class. This class only existed in the past, but now Cuckoo can summon all their memories using his powers. The Goblin General comes forward and bows in front of Cuckoo. He calls him Lord Messiah and asks for his orders. Now Cuckoo knows that with this power, he can end the war between the hero's forces and the Demon Lord's army. He aims to make both Hero and the Demon Lord bow their heads and bring peace to the world. He decides to become the Goblin Messiah.